They were once recognized for their natural, fresh-faced beauty, from the glamorous Lyn May of the 70s to the hip-hop royalty of Lil Kim. But under the harsh glare of the spotlight, something changed. Faces became sharper, curves became exaggerated, and humanity began to look like porcelain. Whether it's the alien chic evolution of Doja Cat or the hyper-feminine caricature of Alicia Amira, these transformations have sparked global debates. Are these women victims of an unforgiving industry, or are they fearless architects of their own reality? Let's trace the shocking evolution of 8 women who dared to rewrite their own biology. Lyn May, formerly hailed as a dazzling symbol of Mexico during the 1970s and 1980s, enthralled crowds as a performer, vocalist, and movie star. Her physical appeal was renowned and her persona memorable, yet stardom brought the weight of anticipation and constant stress to maintain the youthful glow that rendered her a national jewel. Resolved to keep that charm, Lyn allegedly resorted to plastic surgery. Numerous lifts, cheek augmentations, and recurring operations resulted in her visage being radically altered. The alterations were so extreme that numerous admirers struggled to identify the lady they previously cherished. Respect was quickly substituted with open mockery, severe media scrutiny, and mean-spirited articles. The toll extended well beyond the bodily aspect. Lyn May subsequently voiced profound remorse, grieving the disappearance of the features that had formerly determined her triumph. Beneath the cosmetics and operative marks existed a woman struggling with diminishing stardom, self-doubt, and the unyielding demands of an appearance-obsessed trade. Her narrative exposes an uneasy reality regarding stardom and its fixation on agelessness. Nevertheless, Lyn's toughness remains evident. In the face of judgment, she persists in accepting her persona and igniting dialogues regarding growing older and self-love. Her path serves as a reminder that although attractiveness withers, internal power and self-respect persist. Megan Fox has historically been considered one of the movie industry's most stunning icons. She is praised for her distinct attributes and captivating on-camera aura. Her breakthrough role in Transformers unveiled a new, glowing celebrity whose innate attractiveness and charm rendered her an immediate phenomenon. As years passed, nevertheless, slight modifications started to attract public attention. Her previously gentle characteristics seemed more structured. Elevated cheekbones, plumper lips, and a more angular jaw. This ignited ceaseless guesswork. Was it the biological progression of maturing clever cosmetic methods or potential aesthetic tweaks like Botox or fillers? Megan has decided to maintain her personal affairs strictly confidential. Nevertheless, she has talked openly regarding the immense stress females in the entertainment industry encounter to satisfy unattainable aesthetic standards. Certain people attribute her shifting appearance to professional contouring and photo manipulation, whereas others suspect minor treatments might have contributed. Irrespective of the reality, Megan persists in attracting praise not just for her looks, but also for her composure during intense observation. Her transformation reflects a broader societal dialogue regarding attractiveness and genuineness. Whether her change is organic or altered, Megan Fox's elegance and self-assurance signal to us that genuine appeal is rooted in loving oneself even beneath the most severe glare. Doja Cat. One of the present day's most audacious and unique musical talents, has enthralled worldwide crowds not only with her style-blending audio, but with her brave, constantly shifting persona. Famous for her fluid sartorial taste and dramatic shows, she has evolved into a current emblem of transformation. As time passed, admirers observed slight but clear alterations in her look, including more angular facial lines, a plumper pout, and more sculpted attributes, resulting in guesses regarding potential aesthetic improvements. Instead of dodging the dialogue, Doja frequently tackles it with wit and candor. To her, modification is greater than narcissism. It represents a component of her imaginative statement. She utilizes her appearance as a creative, surface-merging personal growth with entertainment. Her striking hairdos, cutting-edge cosmetics, and remorseless distinctiveness have made her an inspiration for individuals who have the guts to stand out. By declining to align with conventional aesthetic standards, Doja Cat questions the actual concept of what attractiveness ought to represent. She inspires people to welcome variation as a method of strengthening rather than self-doubt. In her view, remaking oneself is not merely fashion. It constitutes a narrative. Her path demonstrates that genuine craftsmanship exists in the bravery to progress without regret. Bella Hadid is globally acknowledged as one of the quintessential icons defining the landscape of contemporary style. Nevertheless, her exquisitely polished and chiseled attributes have historically triggered intense theories regarding potential aesthetic interventions. Spanning from her prominent cheekbones to her slender nose and voluminous pout, both devotees and skeptics have frequently argued over whether her physical appeal is completely organic. Bella has addressed some of these persistent whispers with candor, admitting that she opted for a rhinoplasty at the tender age of 14, while firmly refuting allegations of any additional surgical adjustments. She credits her current visage to the biological process of maturing the wizardry of professional cosmetics and strategic contouring methods. Pictures from her youth that she has distributed demonstrate that a significant number of her trademark characteristics were actually visible from a very early stage. Even so, the collective obsession with her transformation persists. Influencers in the beauty sphere and digital forums relentlessly deconstruct past and present imagery, carefully scrutinizing even the most minute shifts in her visual presentation. However, notwithstanding the pervasive doubt, Bella's impact on the fashion realm remains absolutely unparalleled. She persists in commanding the catwalks for the globe's premier designers, establishing trends and characterizing the essence of modern attractiveness. Regardless of whether her aesthetic has been honed naturally or with discreet aid, Bella Hadid's elegance, occupational dedication, and serene self-assurance have established her as an emblem of enduring charm, recalibrating ideals of perfection in a trade that is perpetually in flux. Alicia Amira, a model and business owner hailing from Sweden, has courageously reimagined the concept of womanhood through her visually arresting physical evolution. By adopting extreme aesthetic procedures to attain the look of a living doll, she has transformed her physique into a powerful manifesto, one that openly defies traditional standards of attractiveness and honors the principle of personal agency. Her amplified facial attributes, incredibly plush pout, heavily chiseled contours, and impeccably smooth, doll-like complexion serve not just as visual preferences, but as a bold proclamation of her unique identity. Alicia's path is intensely intimate, grounded in the conviction that every female deserves the liberty to mold her specific interpretation of allure, devoid of any guilt or regret. Her unwavering self-assurance in chasing an ultra-feminine aesthetic has elevated her into a beacon of strength and a representation of unbridled self-expression. Surpassing her personal metamorphosis, Alicia established the Bimbo Academy, a platform inspiring women to cherish their distinctiveness while dismissing archaic concepts regarding womanhood. In her view, the term bimbo represents something that is neither superficial nor ridiculous. Rather, it is fundamentally about taking back control, reconstructing one's persona, and rejoicing in absolute independence. While detractors might label her lifestyle decisions as extreme, her dedicated admirers look to her as a source of self-belief and ultimate freedom. Ultimately, Alicia's narrative serves as a reminder that genuineness often involves resisting societal norms, and that courageously possessing one's reality can arguably be the most stunning metamorphosis of all. What compels an individual to entirely reconstruct their persona while chasing a standard of perfection that cannot truly be reached? In the case of the Japanese fashion model Vanilla Chamu, the motivating factor was her intense aspiration to transform into a breathing, real-life version of a ceramic French doll. Her physical metamorphosis, which is both unsettling and profoundly relatable, mirrors an enduring battle regarding self-perception and an unyielding hunger for absolute flawlessness. Resolving not merely to improve her attractiveness, but effectively to overhaul her complete individuality, Vanilla is alleged to have subjected herself to upwards of 30 surgical interventions. These procedures encompassed double eyelid blepharoplasty, chin augmentation, and aggressive skin bleaching therapies, all meticulously intended to sculpt the delicate, toy-like aesthetic she so desperately craved. News organizations scrutinized her every action, fascinated by her radical evolution and the massive financial investment she poured into hunting down her specific vision. As her visual presentation became increasingly extreme and stylized, the responses from the general population became sharply divided. While certain observers respected her unwavering commitment, others regarded her situation as a grim warning about the dangers of excess. Throughout the arduous course of refining her exterior, Vanilla erased almost every trace of similarity to the person she had been in the past. Underneath the immaculate surface, however, there existed a much more profound and heartbreaking sorrow. The ultimate paradigm of beauty that she relentlessly searched for was in reality an illusion that never truly existed. Her narrative represents something far greater than a simple account of fixation on physical attractiveness. Lil Kim, a pioneering powerhouse within the realm of hip-hop culture, has historically enthralled global listeners through her audacious verses, brave demeanor, and game-changing stylistic flair. Ascending to stardom during the vibrant era of the 1990s, she shattered obstacles within a trade overwhelmingly controlled by men, thereby reshaping the concepts of authority and womanhood within the rap genre. However, as her celebrity status expanded exponentially, the general population's obsession regarding her evolving physical presentation intensified in equal measure. Throughout the passing decades, Lil Kim is alleged to have subjected herself to numerous aesthetic interventions encompassing repeated rhinoplasties, complexion, brightening therapies, and bodily augmentations like breast enlargements and fat removal surgeries. These radical physical modifications ignited fervent discussions, with certain groups commending her courageous self-assertion, while others condemned the external cultural burdens that likely dictated her decisions. Specifically, her noticeably paler complexion rekindled challenging dialogues regarding color prejudice and the rigorous aesthetic benchmarks forced upon women belonging to minority backgrounds. On one occasion, Lil Kim responded to her detractors with shocking candor, stating simply, "You don't understand, you don't see." This statement unveiled the profound psychological scars and internal suffering that lay hidden underneath her external metamorphosis. Despite enduring every hardship, she has persisted as an enduring emblem of fortitude and the will to survive against the odds. She stands as a woman maneuvering through the unattainable demands concerning stardom, physical attractiveness, and personal self-definition. Lil Kim's narrative represents a dual tale of liberation and fragility, demonstrating that even beneath the most unforgiving glare of publicity, one's genuineness and toughness are qualities that can never be changed by a surgeon's knife. Mary Sebastian Pickles Magdalene, and yes, that is genuinely her actual full title, climbed to digital notoriety for reshaping her existence into that of a breathing, life-sized figurine. However, her visual style was never the standard commercialized Barbie dream world. Her evolution assumed a spooky China doll quality characterized by broad, empty eyes, an abnormally petite mouth, and a virtually immobilized facial expression that left audiences both captivated and unnerved. Mary reportedly endured a vast array of surgical procedures spanning from massive chest expansions and dense lip volumizers to nasal restructuring and specific eye surgeries crafted to replicate doll-like traits. Every individual operation entailed substantial danger, agony, and enduring after-effects. While some observers categorize her as an avant-garde artist, investigating radical modes of self-definition, others perceive her as a sorrowful case of compulsion taken to an extreme. What distinguishes her most significantly is her unceasing and aggressive drive for alteration.